Abrasive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Abrasive. Abrasive. It is an adjective and noun. Adjective meaning. 1. Someone who has an abrasive manner is unkind and rude. 2. An abrasive substance is rough, and can be used to clean hard surfaces. Noun meaning. An abrasive is a substance that is rough, and can be used to clean hard surfaces. Adjective examples. 1. Pamela was unrepentant about her strong language, and abrasive remarks. 2. You can do this by hand, with abrasive paper, and a sanding block. 3. Rub the table down with a fine abrasive paper before painting it. 4. When hardened, smooth down with abrasive paper, then seal with plaster primer. 5. Anson's abrasive personality has landed her in trouble many times in the past. 6. He was a generous man, with strong abrasive streaks and keen hatreds. 7. Any attempt to jolly him out of the gloom, makes him more abrasive and defensive. 8. You do want an abrasive captain, but you do not want him to be abrasive to referees. Noun examples. 1. Most interior surfaces are easily damaged by abrasives. 2. Next to diamond dust, it was the hardest abrasive known to man. 3. I am dealing with the raw materials of that particular industry, which are abrasives. Abusive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Abusive. Abusive. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. People or actions that are hurtful, or harmful are abusive. 2. Involving or characterized by abuse or misuse, abusing, mistreating. 3. Using or containing insulting, or hurtful language. 4. Who is abusive behaves in a cruel, and violent way towards other people. 5. Abusive language is extremely rude, and insulting. Examples. 1. After many years in an abusive relationship, she left her husband. 2. The coach was found guilty of being abusive to young children in his care. 3. She left because the boss was very unpleasant and abusive towards her. 4. He was also an abusive alcoholic, and her mother was on the receiving end. 5. Although he denied the allegation, he was abusive and extremely angry. 6. Don't blame yourself, but be glad this cruel and abusive man is now out of your life. 7. The most obvious example of racial aggravation is where racially abusive language is used. 8. His replacement gave no outward indications that he would be any less abusive. 9. The most obvious example of racial aggravation is where racially abusive language is used. 10. A resealing safety vent is provided to handle pressure build-up during abusive overcharges. 11. If the bully begins to get physically abusive, your parents are your first line of defense. 12. Abusive parents have children who become uncomfortable with intimacy and withdraw. Active. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Active. Active. It is an adjective and noun. Adjective meaning. 1. Always busy doing things, especially physical or mental activities. 2. Involved in an organization or activity and doing lots of practical things to achieve your aims. 3. Operating in a way that is normal or expected. Noun meaning. 1. An active person, one engaged in an action or activity. 2. an active person, member, subscriber, etc. Adjective examples. 1. Aaron seemed like a normal active baby, until he was about 10 months old. 2. In Washington, Harriman quickly became active in Democratic Party affairs. 3. But a lot of people are active onshore, and want to be active aboard ship. 4. Sovereigns are born for an active life, and not for an idle or contemplative existence. 5. How might you assess whether most college students are politically active? 6. She calls on women to become politically active, and not just accept their identities. 7. The active ingredient in some of the mouthwashes was simply detergent. 8. If they can tell us that, we need at least to know the active ingredients. Noun examples. 1. Her team aims to create a combination of actives and naturals at ideal pH levels. 2. The club issues a list of members, both the actives and the retirees. Adversarial. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Adversarial. Adversarial. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. An adversarial system, especially in politics and the law, is one in which two sides oppose and attack each other. 2. Anything that's adversarial is full of intense disagreement and conflict. 3. If you describe it as adversarial, you mean that it involves two or more people or organizations who are opposing each other. 4. Involving people opposing or disagreeing with each other. 5. An adversarial activity, process, etc. involves arguments or disagreements between two or more people or organizations. Examples. 1. If an interview becomes purely adversarial, you often learn nothing, he added. 2. I'm being too adversarial, considering they spend all day working on how to save my life. 3. Are the scientific disagreements created, or merely exposed by adversarial proceedings? 4. Why expend great effort to revive institutions that were overly adversarial and often corrupt? 5. When the network is negotiating against you, one at a time, things can become adversarial. 6. These are quicker, cheaper, less adversarial and provide a better outcome for the court user. 7. In our country there is an adversarial relationship between government and business. 8. This derives from their quite vulnerable legal status in the adversarial system. 9. Their advice is couched in uncertainties that are anathema to adversarial politics. 10. The first reason for our seemingly higher costs is our adversarial system. 11. Should they be built on contracts, which are adversarial or obligational? 12. The United States partnerships are stronger, but so is the intensity of the adversarial camp. Aggressive. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Aggressive. Aggressive. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Behaving in an angry, threatening way, as if you want to fight or attack someone. 2. Very determined to succeed, or get what you want. 3. An aggressive disease spreads quickly in the body. 4. An aggressive person is a quality of anger and determination that makes them ready to attack other people. 5. People who are aggressive in their work or other activities behave in a forceful way because they are very eager to succeed. Examples. 1. The stereotype is that men tend to be more aggressive than women. 2. Many banks have become more aggressive in making loans to boost revenue growth. 3. It really comes down to whether these aggressive restructuring targets are met. 4. This has caused Rose many times, because she becomes aggressive and argumentative. 5. As you well know, we have not detected such aggressive activity from the SES in decades. 6. Teachers apparently expect a certain of aggressive behavior from boys. 7. Some breeds of dog, such as German Shepherds, were bred to be aggressive. 8. Aggressive people become more aggressive around passive people, Ruth said. 9. Before the war he had been an alert, hard-hitting, aggressive marketing executive. 10. Instead, he was startlingly aggressive, forcing Bobby into the defensive position he hated. 11. I know pit bulls can be aggressive, but Brix is a baby most of the time. 12. Do you dislike the fish? Do you have any hostile or aggressive emotions toward it? If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Meanings and examples are available in video description.